Welcome to Las Vegas Trader YouTube channel and a weekly analysis video of the financial markets. Keep in mind that these videos are not financial advice and should not be taken as such. It's for education and entertainment purposes only. So also, I want to remind you guys, I usually live stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so you can watch me day trade. Usually the stream will start about 5 to 10 minutes before the market open of the New York session. So 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time. So let's get back into the charts and see what happened. But also, if you have not watched last week's video, once again, I encourage you to do so. I'm incredibly accurate with these, if you want to call them predictions, opinions, whatever you want to call it. I just, what I call it is reading the charts. The charts tell you where the money moves. So it moves the markets. So I just read the charts and I tell you what might happen. If something happens, then there might be a follow through and so on. Okay. So here we go. S&P 500, the daily chart. As you remember, if you watched last 2 weeks, I called for the top right over here on the S&P and NASDAQ, and well, Dow Jones and Russell was a little bit different formation on the charts. So we saw this move down, this huge red bar and a little follow through. And then I saw this green bar form. It was a pretty significant move. I think it was probably 2% or so on the S&P. So that got me worried because it erased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of just work, okay? And it was pretty powerful. But it did not close above the 20-day moving average. That was the key. It needed to close above this red bar and above the 20-day moving average. It would have been even more significant if it closed above even these two bars, the green and the red. I mean, that would really be strong and powerful. But it did not. So it failed to close above. And then the following day, we just completely took out about 90% of it. Well, we went below it, but we did not close below it. So that was Thursday. Friday, we just have follow through of another significant and slightly bigger bar, barely just a little bit bigger, right? So what does that tell us? What does that tell me? It tells me we're going a lot lower, a lot lower. This is huge. This was a huge event. What happened? Complete reversal. The 20-day moving average halted, higher prices. It just said, you're not going any higher. And look what happened. So now my target would be right around here, this support levels and the 200-day moving average. So you can call 5,100 or so, 5,150, 5,150, 5,100. I mean, 5,000 would be, this is not going to happen in 1 week, of course. Probably not. But it's possible. Depends how, I mean, as you know, the markets take the stairs up and the elevator down. So it can move really, really fast. And now the mainstream media is mentioning recessions, this and that, which I personally think that we have been in a recession the last 12 months or so. But they don't want to talk about that. Anyways, so on a daily chart, my target would be 5100, 5150, or even 5000. Nice round number, right? I mean, then we definitely going to have a bounce back. The weekly chart. So we are currently sitting right below the 20-day moving average, which is rising. So on the daily chart, I was calling for 5100, right? Roughly, let's just call it 5100. So that would be right around where the 50-day moving average is, which is rising, and the support around 5100. So 1 week, if that happens, that's just, I mean, that's gonna be, I mean, just think about it, from here to here, this bar is just insane, right? Insane move down, just completely. 1, 2, 3 in 4 weeks. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 12 weeks erased in 4 weeks. If that happens in 1 week, that's powerful, right? So of course, but we're gonna have a pullback and then continuation. But I don't think it's gonna be that powerful. Probably maybe 2 weeks we'll reach the 5100, even 5000. And the monthly chart, I keep mentioning this, that this pattern right over here looks very similar to this one. As you can see, we took out this red bar completely and continued the following 2 months. And the third month, game over. So 1, 2, 3, third month, it's over. So now this bar, we came down all the way down, and then we retraced back by 50%. So we might see the same thing. Come down all the way down to roughly, like I said, 5100, even 5000, and then pull back. So just keep that in mind. I keep mentioning it every video, every week. And surprise, surprise, almost identical, okay? I mean, this was a red bar, this is a green bar, this is a green bar, 3 green bars, green, red, green, right? And then red. So anyways, let's go to NASDAQ, the daily chart. More dramatic, as you can see. Bigger move. So we had an all-time high of almost 21,000 on NASDAQ. I called for the top, as you remember. This is my main indicator, the NASDAQ. Everything is technology nowadays. Technology drives everything. It's the economy pretty much, right? So the FANG stocks, I mean, it's insane. Anyways, so we had this move down, big move down. And then again, this green bar, I was like in awe, just surprised what this bar just produced. So I thought there was going to be more follow through, at least to the 20-day moving average and at least to the top of this bar. But we just touched the 50 and we just never gave up, going down. And same thing, we reached the bottom of this green candle and then we just pulled back slightly. And then on Friday, continued to move down. So I think on this daily chart, it's going to be continuation, of course. Maybe a pullback slightly, and then continuation for the whole week. So the levels, of course, is 18,000. The round number, 18,000, is going to be significant. Okay. And 17,500 would be right around, well, 17,600 looks like would change. And of course, 17,500. I believe we are going to break this rising 200-day moving average. We might hit it, come back a little bit, and then continue. This is just too strong, too powerful to be ignored. And there's no way we are forming new highs. What's going on? Okay, so what has happened? There's just no way. The weekly chart, a little more dramatic than the S&P 500. Bigger move down. You compare them, see? So we are significantly below the rising 20-day moving average. So I said 18,000, and on the weekly chart, the 50 is around 17,800. So, but I think we might even do that 17,500. We would probably have to break this rising 50. So if we do that, if we come down to roughly 17,500, 17,400 and change, we're going to see a pullback and retest this 50, rising 50. So if we come down just like here, we broke through the 20 and came back down. So we might see the same thing. We might come down to 17.4 or 17.5 and come back up to 17,800 or so, 17 and change, 17,700. Okay, that's what I see. That's what I think is going to happen. And of course, the monthly chart, again, same pattern, same pattern. This is a red bar, this is a green bar, okay? But this last month, we almost took out this green bar completely, but then we had a retracement. And then we're continuing the move down. So now, if this week we come down to 17, say 600, that would be right around here. That's very possible. Yeah. It would probably have a bounce back a little bit. Of course, this is a monthly chart, so we just started the month. So we have a lot of time left in this candle. So a lot of trading days. So, but like I said, this bar, the monthly candle, it reached the 20-day moving average and came back up. So we might even see that this month. Come back down to 17,000 and retrace back to 17.5, 17.6. I actually think that might happen. Okay, let's go to Dow Jones. Start with the daily chart. So as you can see, is a little bit different picture because we broke through the all-time highs. It was a failed breakout to me. I mean, we broke out with one bar and then a small follow through, then completely erased that the following day. Retraced back to the 20-day moving average and formed a double top. Failed to produce a new high and just got slammed again. Okay, so lower prices, and the target, of course, would be 38,800. The 200-day moving average, these support levels, or even lower would be 38,300. This is the daily chart. So if we do break the 200-day moving average, we might even see test of this wick, the bottoming tail of 37. It's called 38,000, okay? Just to be 37,900. Okay. So absolutely, this is very possible. So now, actually, we still got to go to the weekly chart. So this week just erased 3 weeks of work of the bulls. We're still slightly sitting right at the 20-day moving average, but that's not a problem. I think we're going to break right through it. And what I say on the is possible here, that would be 37,000, 38,000. 38,000 would be right around here, which would be a very huge move if that happens again. I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, this is a pretty big bar from the top to the bottom, right? The body is slightly less than the whole candle. So if we just continue, it would be about the same size. So yeah, about the same size, maybe slightly um, slightly larger. Anyway, so I think that's gonna continue to move down on the weekly chart. The monthly chart. So we just started the month, like I said, and 38,000 would be right around here. And of course, the 20-day moving average on the monthly. So if we close out the month below these three candles, these 3 months, that would be a very, very big move. Okay. So let's go to Russell 2000. As you can see, we had a breakout, pullback, and we formed a double top again, just like the Dow Jones. And look at these Friday and Thursday. Completely almost erased this move up. I mean, so continuation is likely. Perhaps just a small retracement to the upside and move back down. That's that was the daily chart. This is the weekly. So it makes sense now why we had a small pullback here, because we hit these two moving averages, the 20 and the 200. So slightly pullback. 50 points or so, maybe. I don't know. Anything's possible. And then just continuation, break right through it. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, this was a very, very big bar. I mean, just completely almost erasing this whole move. And the monthly chart almost completely took out this monthly chart in what? 3 days, 2 days, 3 days? I mean, so, but I think we're going to break through it. These moving averages are not going to stand a chance. Let's go to crude oil. So if you remember, if you watched the videos, previous week's videos, right over here, I called for the move down to the 200-day moving average because we took out this green bar. One breakout above the 20-day moving average is not enough. We need additional follow-through. So we did exactly that. Came down to the 200. We had a move up, pretty significant move up, just like in the indices, and then just completely erased it in 2 days. So now we are sitting below the 200-day moving average. This indicates lower prices to me. We took out the 200-day moving average and this green bar. We're going to probably retest $71. But if we don't, and we just move back up and we take out this red bar, then we're going higher. But let's see what it looks like on a weekly chart, which I think we're going lower on a weekly chart. Let's draw some lines here. Okay. And of course, we can also draw another one. What happened? Here, right? So we might be stuck in this range, but I think we're going to break below it. Because if we take out this red bar, we're going to go higher, like I said, on a daily chart. So let's take a look at this monthly chart. If you remember this month right here, so it formed a bottoming tail of the flat 20-day moving average. So I was saying we're going higher, which we did slightly, and then we just came right back down. Because this move right here, this red bar completely taking out this big green bar, is pretty significant and strong. So this would need a continuation, nice green bar, but we did not get that. So we're sitting right at the 20-day moving average now. We might actually, test this bottoming wick here, which is around 70 bucks, 70 and a half, and then pull back and stay at the 20-day moving average or a little higher. Because on a weekly chart, you remember, we had this triangle. So we might be stuck here in this range. So this is just, 3 days into this month or so. A lot of trading days left for this bar to form its complete shape at the end of the month. So let's go to gold, the daily chart. So I'm looking at this chart and I see we're stuck in this range, right? I mean, but also we have this 1, 2, 3, and kind of 4 support levels, right? So, I mean, quadruple top, you want to call this? I don't know. The more tops that we form like that, the stronger it becomes. Because we need to close above it and stay there, not just test it and come back down. So we might see another pullback. I hope we do, because I want to get some more gold. Here's the weekly chart on gold. It looks bullish. The 20-day moving average is rising. We are stuck in this range. We had this, double top, triple top, and we failed to close above. So this week, if we see a continuation and close above, say 2,500, that would be more bullish than bearish, right? So, and the monthly chart looks bullish to me. So we are sitting right at above this this high and this high, and we almost took out these tails, but we just pulled back. As long as this pullback down does not close, this is a monthly chart, so anything can happen. We have a lot of days left in this month. As long as we don't, this bar doesn't produce a like a green red candle like this and takes it out, because that would tell us that we're going to go lower. If not, continuation to the upside for this monthly chart. Let's go to silver, the daily chart. Start with the daily. A little more dramatic, a little more volatile. So, if you remember, we had this red bar, this big red bar. That's where we had hard time breaking above it and closing above it. I mean, we tested it, but we came right back down, and then we formed a triple top, if you want to call that, and just break down to the downside. So I thought last week, if you remember, I thought we're gonna test this 200-day moving average, or at least 27 bucks. We only got to 27.50 or so, 27.40, which was a little shy of what I predicted. And then the following day, we just took out these tails, and but now, so we're sitting here with this indecision bar. We try to take out this red bar. So the moving averages are rolling over now, so we might see a move to the downside since we did not close above this red bar. We did here, but then just pulled, and then we tried to pull down, and then we tried to close above it, but didn't happen. So we might have a rollover to the downside and retest these levels of $27 and the 200-day moving average on a daily chart. On a weekly chart, so we're stuck below this 20, the rising 20, and this 250. So the $27 is right over here. So if that happens, if we take out this green bar and the tail, we might actually come down to the $26 level on this weekly chart. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. I mean, $27 would be right at the bottom of this candle, this big green candle. So this bar would come down and touch it, and I hope it does. I want to buy some more silver as well, and then push it back and form a bottoming tail. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, let's so I think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. But we'll see. Let's go to Bitcoin. So this is the live price on the forex side. So again, we are stuck in this range between 74,000 and 56 or so. Okay, so now we had this move up above these moving averages. Came back and tested the 50, produced a bottoming tail, but we failed to break above the highs. So now we rolled over, produced a double top, and looks like we're going, I mean, we broke the 200-day moving average now, so we're below it. I think we're going to there's going to be a continuation to the downside on the daily chart, of course, and this is the weekly, which I think is going down as well. We took out this bottoming tail above the 20-day moving average, and we are sitting below this green candle, and lower prices to come on the weekly chart. On the monthly chart, same thing. I like the same thing. I like lower prices. This bar tried to produce a bottoming tail with a nice big body, but we had a pullback. So now this month, um, if we take out 53,200, we're going lower to the probably this support 47,000 or so, or even to the bottom of this candle and the 20-day moving average. That would be a huge move to 42,000, 43,000, 43,000, yeah, about 43,000. So we'll see how this month will play out. For Bitcoin, I think we're going lower. And let's go to the dollar now. So if you remember last week, when we saw this green bar take out this red bar, almost, I was calling for the move up, which we did get the move up. We tested the 50-day moving average and the declining 20-day moving average, which is, a lot of resistance to break through. It has to be really strong, like have to put up one of these bars. It's nice, solid bars. But we just started chopping right at the 200-day moving average. And then we closed below with this bar, below this green bar. We tried to take it out, but the 20-day moving average just pushed it down. And on Friday, we just got slammed really hard. And below this support level. So the next support level is right around 102.70 or so, 102.50. So I think that's going to happen. Or even lower, depends. I mean, this was a pretty strong bar, so we might be going even lower. 102.50. I mean, this is one day. So if we produce another bar like this, that would just take out this support level. And we would end up somewhere at 102, which is right over here. So, but I think we're going lower. The weekly chart confirms my move to the downside because we are below these moving averages. And actually we can draw another, what is this now? More lines. So we kind of broke below that trend line. So I think we're going lower. So this is the weekly chart. It formed right off of the 50-day moving average, below the 50-day moving average. So that signifies lower prices. The weekly chart, so yeah, 102 even. Yeah, 102 is not out of the question whatsoever. Depends how strong they're gonna push it down, right? So, and the monthly chart. If you remember, I kept saying that we tried to stay above this 20-day moving average with this green bar. We didn't close above this red bar. That's important. And then the following month, we just erased it. And we're continuing to move down. So 102 would be right over here. Even 101 on the monthly chart. And even the 50-day moving average of about 100. About 100. So yeah, I think that's might happen. I think that's what might happen. It might take, 1 or 2 months. because if this happens in 1 month, we're going to break this 50. Anyways, let's move on to the last is the bonds, the bond market. So as you can see, let's draw some lines here again. So we had this, okay. What's going on here? Anyways, so I think we're going higher, a lot higher. So we had this sort of a wedge that we broke above it because it's more clear, and I kept mentioning this, reverse head and shoulders, and we needed a nice strong big bar like we got last week, like I've been talking about. We needed one of these bars to form right over here, and it's exactly what we see. And that tells me we are going way higher, way higher. Unless some miracle happens and we take out this green bar. But that's, to me, it's very unlikely. So we had this reverse head and shoulders, failed to make a new low, and we are above the moving averages, which are declining, and we just took off higher. Higher prices coming. Same thing on the monthly chart. One shoulder, the head, and the second shoulder, and we are sitting. So last month we closed, like I kept saying, we need to close above this red bar. We tried the previous month, but didn't happen. And then last month we did. And now we are sitting above the 20-day moving average and most of these are red bars. So we need to continue the move up. And the moving average, the 200-day moving average is the target, which would be roughly 118, 120 area. Nice round number, right? So this is not going to happen in 1 month, of course. So if we can close this month above 101, that would be great. So let's take a look at the weekly here. 101, which is nothing for the weekly chart. So for the monthly, I mean, if this just takes off and produces a nice, even like 104, 105, that would be nice. It would be a nice big green candle. So, like I've been saying, I'm pretty accurate with these. Somebody mentioned that I should make these videos available for the members only of the channel, which I'm strongly thinking about. And there's going to be a membership fee. And so I don't know how much longer I will be doing these for the open public to everybody, because these are very valuable. And as you can see, you can go back and rewatch the videos, look at the charts, what happened, and I'm about 70 to 100% accurate. Just like my day trading. I show you the trade reports. It's all there. No smoke and mirrors, no lying, just everything. I'm open book. So that's what I'm what I'm thinking of doing. I don't know how much I'm going to be charging for the memberships. I mean, right now there's memberships prices, but that was nobody signed up. There's no members yet, and I need to look over that and rethink what I want to do and what the prices will be. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments. Any suggestions? I'm open to suggestions. Put it down in the comment section. But and don't forget, again, I will be going live on Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. I'm planning on doing that on a weekly basis. So, but anyways, we'll end it here. God, it's 40-minute long video, but it needed to be this long to explain everything what happened, what I called for last week and the previous weeks, and exactly played out like I called. So that's why I'm thinking of just doing these videos for members only. So those of you that have watched these videos, you see the value in them. I mean, I don't know what other way I can explain this, but it's all there. Just watch the video, go look at the charts, and it speaks for itself. Anyways, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, like the video, share, and hit the bell notification icon, and share with anyone and everyone you think might like and benefit from the content on my channel. I think a lot of you don't have the bell notification icon checked off. That's what the analytics is telling me. So go check your subscription to the channel with the bell notification. So it will tell you when my videos are up and when I go live as well. So, but that's it for this week. And we'll probably see you on Tuesday morning live streaming. Those of you that are interested. Actually, I think I want to start maybe the live stream like maybe 10 to 15 minutes early, and just do a quick analysis what has happened overnight and what we might see the trading day, how the open might happen. I'm thinking about that. So anyways, don't forget to hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.